My Virgin Atlantic upper class trip to New York started at London Heathrow Terminal 3. A nice feature of the upper class experience is that you can be dropped off at the private upper class wing. You are greeted curbside and checked in whilst a porter sorts out your luggage. After check-in, it was on to the private security channel, bypassing the main terminal check-in area altogether. After security, you are back into the main terminal and the gauntlet that is Heathrow's duty-free shopping. The departure lounge was moderately busy, but I headed straight to the Virgin Atlantic Clubhouse. The lounge wasn't too busy, so I was able to film different areas, including the outdoor roof deck. Waiter service was available throughout the clubhouse. I chose to eat breakfast in the brasserie. The spa area has now closed, replaced in part by some Peloton exercise bikes. My gate was about a 10-minute walk from the clubhouse on the remote pier. The gate area had recently been reconfigured so that you no longer check in on arrival. Instead, you are checked in as you are called forward to board. The flight was on an Airbus A350-1000 aircraft, registration G-VRNB, called Purple Rain, which came into service in September 2020. There were 44 suites in the upper class cabin. I was in seat 8A. Beside the seat there were 2 USB ports and a power socket. Champagne, juice or water were served before takeoff. The table folded down and swiveled into place, a little snugly in front of you. There was a basic amenity kit with a nice pair of socks, but a small toothpaste. I tend to keep the toothpaste tubes for business trips, but these aren't really worth it. The aircraft pushed back on schedule as the safety video played. We taxied to runway 27 left. Let me know what you think of the review by commenting below. Like it by giving a thumbs up, and please hit subscribe for future videos. The flight was scheduled to take 8 hours. Often flight times can be quicker, but to avoid a storm mid-Atlantic, we were taking a more northerly route than normal. Next to the seat was an adjustable armrest and a screen that pulls forward to give some privacy. Although it isn't the fully closing door you get with BA. As I settled in to explore the in-flight entertainment system, the drinks trolley came around. Then it was time for some lunch. I started with a smoked duck with a glass of Malbec. Then the excellent spiced vegetable pie, which was very flavoursome. I finished with the cheese plate with a glass of port. There were 3 bathrooms for the cabin. The front 2 both had windows. I found the bathrooms in fairly clean order when I used them. They have Wren products to match those in the amenity kit. Mid-flight, it was time to explore the Loft. This is a social space for upper-class passengers to mingle. It had been used by others earlier in the flight, but was empty when I arrived. About 90 minutes before landing, a second meal was served. I opted for the chicken burger, which was fine. It came with some crisps and a slice of chocolate gatto. The seatbelt sign came on just over 20 minutes prior to landing. There were some good views over Long Island as we came in. It was also fun watching the tail cameras on the monitor. We came in to land on runway 31 right. We're then taxied to Terminal 4, gate B29. There was about a 10-minute walk to immigration, where the queue was short. Luggage then came through fairly quickly. It was then time for some festive shopping in New York City.
comes up, sun goes down, and these wheels keep on turning round.
The return flight was a day flight from JFK, so it was an early start getting to the airport before dawn.
Another road, a different town, another day being lost and found. When will we get there? And how much longer will it take? When will we get there? It's getting hard to stay awake.
Virgin has a clubhouse at JFK. Like the Heathrow one, there is waiter service, but you can also order online. The lounge wasn't very busy, only opening in the morning for passengers on the one-day flight back to London. It was about a 15-minute walk from the clubhouse to the gate. Normally Virgin flights depart from the A gates directly below the lounge, but today we were at gate B27. The return flight was also on an Airbus A350-1000 aircraft. This one was registration G-VJAM, called Queen of Hearts. It entered service in December 2019. There was a priority boarding line for upper class passengers. On board, I was back in the same seat, 8A. We pushed back about half an hour behind schedule to join the queue of aircrafts taxiing to runway 31 left. It was a clear morning with great views during takeoff, particularly as we circled back to fly past the airfield. The flight was scheduled to take 6 hours 45 minutes. However, with strong tailwinds, the flight was expected to take under 6 hours, meaning an early arrival despite the late departure. Shortly after takeoff, breakfast was served. I opted for the banana bread pudding. It came with some fruit and a chocolate croissant. Another option was the full English breakfast. Despite being a day flight, duvets and pillows were still provided. I settled in to watch some movies. About 2 hours before landing, dinner was served. I started with the crab brulee, but there was also the option of burrata with tomatoes. For main course, I had mac and cheese, which was a lovely change from standard airplane food. I finished with a large plate of cheese. It was soon time to land, with the exit signs illuminating as the landing gear locked into place. We came in across central London to land on runway 27 left. There was a short taxi to the gate. Then we disembarked for the walk to an empty immigration hall. There was about a 5-minute wait for luggage. Then it was off home to self-isolate for a couple of days.